Let me move on to this diminishing marginal return whiteboard and let me explain you how a diminishing marginal return works. Now you take a land, guys. Now I'll take a land example. A good example for this is a land. Okay, so I take this land. In this land, I can put one person. I'll put here few people. Okay. Now imagine these are people. This one person, two person, three person, four person, 5 person, 6 person, 7, 8, 9. But I'm putting a 10, so this guy goes out. You see, 11 I put he goes out. 12 he goes blunder. 13 he don't have space at all. So I put 13 people in this. Now I'm going to show you how it works. The productivity of the company says that. Now this is a short term I'm speaking about. Fixed factor is the land. It doesn't change. Technology is the message you're going to use. So fixed factor is the land. Now I'm going to take the entire thing like this. Entire stuff. There are 13 people in this, but you might have. Give me a second, guys. Understanding there are fixed factors. In the fixed factor land, they are putting a lot of resource, which is the input, the labor. The moment you put labors inside this, what would happen to the labors is what I'm going to use. Now I need to show how the productivity changes based on the number of laborers in this production, in this fixed factor. Now when I take, for example, I'm going to take here, maybe if I put one person, okay, one person can produce 10 outputs. See how it works now. 10 outputs. Give me a second, guys. Explain you again. When I produce one person, when I use one person, I produce 10 outputs. So when I divide by 10, divide by 1, I got 10. When I did 20 outputs, I divide 20 by 2, I got 10. 30 divided by 3, I got 10. And then 120 divided by 8, because when I put 8 people, I found that the production started to increase in a better way. So 120 divided by 8 is 15. But the next moment you might see in 126 output, I produced 9. So here it should be 126 divided by 9. Let me correct it. 126 over 9. So let me erase it off and correct it, guys. So when I correct 126 over 9, I will write here 126 over 9 is going to give me 14. Now you saw that actually my production has increased. It was 10 earlier, but now it is 15. But after that it is 14, but it's decreasing, but an increasing pace. Actually, people who are producing 10, they are producing 14. That's a good thing, but that's decreasing. Now when I produce 10, now see here what happens. When I put 10 people, it is going around 122. Still it's increasing. So output, but it's at a lower rate. So now when I take 122, I will take 122 and divide by 10. So I'll get 12, right, guys? So when I take 12, okay, so what would happen? Again, here you might see that the value is increasing, but at a lower rate. So now after some time, I put 11 people. What would happen? My production is going down. How I can say 111 divided by 111 output. So I'll take, if I take 111 and divide it by 11, I will take 10, right, guys? So I got 10. You see, it's decreasing. Then after that, I put 12 people. It is coming around 100, or you can say 84. So for one person, it is coming around 84 divided by 12 will give you amount of maybe 7, right? 7. So now you might see that a law of diminishing marginal utility return says that the production factor, which is your, now whatever I have produced is you guys can see, if I take my total output divided by the number of raw material, number of labors, that is the average product which I have taken. Now this is AP. You see that, guys, 10, 10, 10, 15, these are AP, average product. So average product is increasing. After average product increases, it started to decreases, but at an increasing rate. Why is that? Because it was earlier 10, but now it is 14. So it is decreasing, but at increasing rate. That's what the examiner confused you. Diminishing marginal returns is that average product started to increase at a certain rate. After that, it increases. Yeah, of course, 10 to 14, it has increased, but at decreasing rate, it is falling. Now you see that, guys, 14, 12. After that, after some time, the average product started to diminish. Then at that point, which is your maximum point, guys, 15. 8 people are working 15. That's the place where you should stop your production. You should not put more people into that, because the moment you put more people, your production will fall down. So at this point, at 9, output, you should not put more people, because actually it is decreasing your number of outputs you actually made. So you need to be very careful. Why we understand the law of diminishing marginal return? The law of diminishing marginal return says that the more you labors you put, or the more raw materials you put, if it is exceeding the fixed factor, and if you can't put into that factor, you will stop from that point. And if you put more than that, your average product start to fall at a decreasing, at an increasing rate. The moment it falls to a level, it will fall gradually diminish. That is where your what do you say, guys? Your marginal cost will make a play. Now the difference between this 10 and 10 is the marginal cost. You know, the marginal cost means the difference between making one additional product. So 10 and 10 is 0. 10 and 10 is 0. 10 and 15 is 5. So marginal cost is also marginal benefit is increasing, but marginal cost is falling down. Why is that, guys? If your benefit is increasing, your cost will go down, of course. That's the assumption. Then we have 15 to 14 goes. Now here, marginal benefit is falling down, your marginal cost is increasing. Do you see that, guys? In 14 to 12, marginal cost is increasing, marginal benefit is falling down. Then 12 to 10, marginal cost is increasing and marginal benefit is falling down. Then 10 to 7, marginal benefit has fully decreased, marginal cost would have gone fully up. That's how you need to understand how this entire law of diminishing marginal return works. Now, if I take this chart, guys, you might see here there are two things: average product and the marginal product, which I was speaking all this time. So average product is the number of units you are producing. You might see I have attached with these two curves, which will give you a good overvalue. So now they are saying that when your average product is increasing, actually your production output is increasing, decreasing your level of cost. When your average product and marginal product were increasing, your average variable cost and your marginal cost were decreasing. Now you need to know this rule, because this is a 4-mark question. Every year the examiner asks, every single year. So that's important, guys. That's the reason I'm focusing on this area so much of time. So listen to this very carefully. When your average product is increasing at a constant increasing rate, what is happening, guys? Your marginal cost is falling down. When your marginal cost is falling down at some point, you see that the marginal cost has gone to the lowest as possible. Your average product and marginal product will be at the highest as possible. The moment marginal cost and average variable cost start to rise, your average product and marginal cost start to fall, which the diminishing marginal utility return start to make the impact.